welcome to the stream. And if you're new to this channel, to subscribe, share with your friends who are trying to upskill the SQL and Pandas. Okay, so for those people who are new or who are seeing it for the first time, the idea is to solve the SQL top 50 problems both in SQL and in Pandas. Okay, so with that keeping in mind, let's wait for a couple of minutes and let's start at exactly 9. Okay, so till then you can go through the description of the problem if you want. Okay, so this is the problem name. I did not paste it completely in the problem section as it might exceed the title length. So but yeah, let's wait for another minute and then we will go ahead with the problem. Okay, so I know, like, yeah, it's okay. Also, like, if anyone is open to discuss their interview experience, you can just ping me or mail me. The mail ID is in the about section of YouTube, so uh, we can help others in upskilling and getting some advice. Okay, so it's 9. Let's start with the problem. Okay, so in this problem we need to get the customers who visited but did not make any transactions. Okay, so there are two tables. One is visits with visit ID and customer ID, and visit ID is the column with unique values for this table. This table contains information about the customers who visited the mall. Okay, and in transactions we have transaction ID and visit ID and amount. Okay, so transaction ID is it uh, ID is column with unique values for this table, and this table contains information about the transactions made during the visit ID. So the data is in this format. So if you see, we have visit ID 1 2 4 5 6 7 8 and customer ID, then we have transaction ID and visit ID again. Okay, and there is some amount. So by the look of it, excuse so by the look of it, we can connect the two tables on visit ID. Okay, so this is the common ID, and then we just need the customer ID and count the number of transactions. Okay, so you can go through the explanation. So here you can see customer with ID 23 visited the mall once and made one transaction during the visit with ID 12. Okay, so if you can see, where is customer with ID 23, it is saying. Okay, so this is customer ID with 23 and visit ID is 1 here. Visit ID 12 it is saying. So this is the transaction ID. That is what they are saying. Okay. uh, and customer ID 9 visited the mall once and made one transaction during the visit with ID 13. So customer ID is 9 and what is the visit ID? It is 2. So we need to look for visit ID 2 here and the transaction ID is 13. So that is what they are saying. Okay, so once we get the count of number of transactions, we can specify the output. Okay, so read through the problem. We just need to calculate the number of transactions made by those customers. Okay, and return the output. So let's start with the query. So what we are doing here is we are selecting the customer ID. Okay, and visit ID. Okay, so this is the table as okay, let's go one by one. Okay, let's not make it confusing. So we are selecting customer ID and visit ID from this table, and from visits, okay, and I am aliasing at as C, okay, and then just forget the left join for now, okay, and just consider the join, and we're joining transactions T. So transactions is aliased by letter T on C dot visit ID and T dot visit ID. So visit ID is common, but here as you can see we have selected just the customer ID and visit ID from this table itself. We have not touched any column for now in uh, the transactions, okay. So where now comes the actual part where T dot transaction ID is null, okay, and group by C dot customer ID. That is what we are trying. So we are grouping this by customer ID, okay, and we are finding wherever the transaction ID is null, okay. So let's run this query and let's see the output first, then we will try to find each thing again, okay. So what we are getting here is, where is the output? We got the customer ID 30 here, okay. Is this the same? So this is the 30 customer, and you can see the visit ID is 4. So we don't have the visit ID 4 here, okay, and count is 1, okay, and then there is 96, okay, and the visit ID is 6. We don't have that also. Then there is 54, 54. It is twice, and the visit ID is 7 and 8, okay, and it is also not there, okay. So that is the reason we are just counting the number of customer ID based on their visit ID where the transaction is not happening, okay. So that is the reason we are specifying here is null, and then we are grouping it by customer ID. So that's it. Hope you understood this, right? So if not, let's see just the left join, okay. So let's see the left join first, okay. So if I run this you will see the left join as below. So you will see just the 23 and the count number of transaction is 9, okay. Why we are seeing that is this is 23 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay. Why I am getting 7 here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, what I am doing here, count of visit ID it is doing 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, from where it is getting 9. Count of visit ID it is doing. Okay, 1 2 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, let's remove this and let's see what we will get the output. Okay, then we will understand it. Mm. Okay, just a second now. Count number of transactions. Okay, this is what we don't need, right? Okay, let's select the customer ID. Okay, so here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so how it is joining 23 and 9. Let's see how it is joining, where it is 23 9, then 30, then 54 54 54 thrice 54, then 96, and again 54 54 it is taking. Okay, so that is the reason we are getting 9 queries, okay. Okay, 54, 54, 54. Visit ID we're taking 5, 5, 5. Okay, so this is the way it is joining, guys. Okay, so that is the reason we are getting it as 9. Okay, so what is happening here is 23, 9 we got, then 30 we got. Okay, let's just join. Okay, then we will understand. Okay, even I am getting confused. Che. So when we join, we will see 23, 9, 54, 54, 54 because that is common. Okay, so this is the reason 23, 9 and 54, 54, 54. Okay, where is this 54? Oh, okay, okay. So 23 is common, 1, okay. 2 is common, okay. And then 5 is common. So, okay. Okay, 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 okay. So, 5 is coming 3 times, right? So 5, 5, 5, that is, okay. And then remaining, there are 2, 54 and 54. That is the reason where I'm getting 2 extra entries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and these 2 5s are extra. So this is also a common, right? 5. So this 5 it is considering as 2 extra. That is the reason we are getting it 9. Okay, so for left join I'm telling. Okay, but for join we are just getting the 5 queries. So in this way it joins, guys. Okay, and yeah, so wherever the transaction ID is null, we are grouping it, and then we are getting the output. Okay, so hope this helps, guys. Okay, so let's run this. Hope this is clear, guys. Okay, else like you can comment it out, we can try different things on Jupyter Notebook with separate example. Okay, if you don't understand this. Okay, so yeah, our test case got submitted. Okay, now let's go to Pandas. Okay, so in case of Pandas, excuse me, in case of Pandas, what we do here is we first merge the two data frames, so visits and transactions on visit ID, and how we are merging it by left. Okay, same scenario. First we are joining it on visit ID using left join, and wherever the transaction ID is NA, we are grouping it by customer ID. Okay, and as index false in the sense, what happens is it whenever you group, the index goes we get index as some column. Okay, so we are removing that index and we are converting it to totally columns. Okay, so that is the thing, and then we are aggregating, that is the count number of transactions with visit ID and n unique in the sense we are counting the visit ID which are unique. Okay, so if I run this, it should work. Okay, so let's break down this. Okay, so that we will understand it. Okay, so let's remove the aggregation part. Let's see if it works, so that we'll understand it. Yeah, no, sometimes, okay, it says sometimes you need to return the data frame. So okay, let's reset the index and see if I reset the index, then not sure, but let's try. Okay, it says no index. Okay, group by customer ID as index false. And what was there? Dot aggregation. Okay, okay, let's look at this part. Okay, I think this you will understand. Okay, x dot transaction ID is an. Okay, so let's see this part. Let's see if we can understand something from this. Okay, let's go to description, and if you see wherever the transaction ID is 2, okay, and visit ID is 5, it is saying it is an n is n. Okay, and wherever there is 3, it is 5. It is n. Wherever there is 9, it is still is n. 12 and 13, it is saying. 1 to 5. That is where the transaction ID is in, it is saying. Oh, sorry, this is the output. Oh, sorry. So here you can see for visit ID 4678, 4, 6, 7 and 8, the transaction ID is null. Okay, so that is what the output is. So let's go back to our group by. So what it does is it groups by the customer ID, that is this 30 and then 96 and 54. So we get 31, 96, 1 and 54, 2. Okay, so if I run this, you will see that we have, so 31, 54, 2 and 96 also 1. That is what we saw it, right? So n unique in the sense it doesn't take the duplicates. Okay, that is the unique count, you can say like that. Okay, so let's submit this. So it works. Okay, so you can also look at the different solutions and try different approaches. Okay, so this is how they have done here. Okay, so there might be different solutions, whichever you understand, you can go through that, but at first try it yourself, and then you can go ahead with the solution if you are really stuck for a long duration. Okay, yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I think we got stuck in between, but that's good enough. Okay, so through mistakes we learned, right? So hope you learned something from this video, and if you do share, subscribe, and like this video. Also do share it with your friends who are trying to upskill in the same domain, and meet you in the next lecture. So till then, take care. Bye bye.